Hello and welcome to the 184 podcast with me, Vinny Aulak. Come on in, get comfy, get cozy, and let's have a good old catch up together. Oh my goodness me. Oh, actually, let me max and relax a little bit because, hello, I don't know if you can tell or see, this is very exciting because we are in a podcast studios. Oh my goodness me. It's literally been over a year since I've last been recording for this podcast, and I don't know where the time's gone. Life has happened, that's all I can say, but this year we are leveling up. Oh yes, we are. And you know what, I may have some special guests joining me, but I'm definitely so excited for this journey, just because before I was in my room recording, I was just seeing how things are gonna go, but to be in a podcast space, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to see where this is going to go. But before we get into things, all right, I just thought it made sense for me to give a little recap, a little overview behind the podcast, the idea behind it, the vision, just before we get into things. Because like I said, it's been a wee while. So essentially, I mean, if you're watching this, how exciting. I can't believe I'm saying this. If you're watching this, you can probably see the branding behind me. If not, follow us on Instagram, the 184 podcast. You can see things in more depth there. But essentially, I set up this podcast during the pandemic. I felt like it was a time where conversations were ever more important. Lots of things were going on during the pandemic, as we all know, for me personally as well. Not to get too depressing, but I was inspired by my family and uncle who sadly passed away. He lived at 184 along with all of my aunties and uncles when they were younger, as well as my nanny. So that inspired the whole concept of me opening the door to 184, welcoming all the special guests in. She always had an open door policy. She loved everybody. She always had food ready, drinks ready, whatever people needed or wanted, she provided it. So that's a massive inspiration for me and this podcast, because I want this to be an open space. I want to talk to people across all walks of life and get to know everybody, and I want everyone to feel really welcomed. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you're liking the vibes. I'm quite proud of how this looks. If not, you're listening via audio. Hello, welcome. I'm so excited to be starting this first episode today. And I feel like without further ado, let's just get into it. Hey, so as you can see, or if you're listening actually audio, I need to remember there's two dynamics now to this.
It's all going on.
It's all going on, but I have been joined by two beautiful guests.
Oh, hey girls.
Hello, hello.
Hello, you are looking gorgeous.
Oh,
You are looking stunning today. Beautiful.
Models.
Models.
So I am joined by the beautiful Sonali.
Oh, thanks. Hi, guys. It is I.
And the wonderful Anna.
Hi.
Why am I moving?
I'm Anna. Please.
Oh my goodness. So I feel like let's just get into how we know each other.
Oh, yeah, good
Okay.
shout.
So how do we know each
do
other?
we know each
That's
other?
a good question.
So the story began
on a beautiful
day.
So yeah, it was actually.
Were we all at the same audition?
We were at the same audition.
It's all a blur for me. Basically, guys, the audition was for the Belgrade Theatre Ensemble.
Local Coventry Theatre, big up, represent.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah,
Big up.
big up. But yeah, we had an audition
We did.
and
Oh
there was
my
a
gosh,
lot of
I remember
contact
now.
work.
Do you sorry to interrupt.
you-
I'm already
no, go
interrupting.
ahead.
Bringing back memories already.
It is, because I just remember it was me and you who were like,
Was it? Were we in the same group?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Sonali doesn't remember,
I don't
everybody.
remember. She obviously left an
That was a big
impression.
moment.
No, I remember because
was.
basically when you're in theatre, guys, you do have to do some interesting things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to get up close and
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
with people that you
Yeah.
don't know.
Literally.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's a good way to kind
Yeah,
of build
break the
connections.
ice,
Yeah, it
break
really
the
broke the ice.
It was.
For sure.
I'm literally
So
getting
much so
like-
that I didn't even remember what we did. I was so immersed in the moment.
Oh my god, I
Actually,
love.
yeah, I don't
love
remember
it.
a lot of the audition at all.
Oh,
I think I was
yeah.
just.
I feel like we're so far gone since then.
Yeah,
so
so
true.
much has happened.
Because we've been at the ensemble now for like how long? 3 months.
So when did
3
it
months.
start?
Started
Yeah.
in January.
January.
Oh no,
So longer than
January, March, April. 5 months.
I'm
Five.
like, we
5
did it
months.
3 months
Well,
ago.
no, 5
Wow.
months.
5 months.
But I think because we see each other like every Thursday and
Yeah.
a lot of
Feels
the
like
work that we do is
longer.
so intimate.
Yeah.
It means that we just, I think we
Thanks.
build it. very intimate. We build relationships quickly.
No, that's so
Which is
true.
true.
100%.
But there's still so much to know about each other,
Yeah.
isn't there?
Well, we're gonna
Immediately,
find out
yeah.
more today.
Oh,
It's all gonna
all
come
coming
out today. But yeah, so that's how I know Sonali and
And
Anna.
me.
Well, no, but we've got an additional connection.
Do
don't
we? Yes.
Do we?
I feel like no one's remembering your stories,
So
Vinny.
I'm actually from before Belgrade. Oh, we do.
We
I'm
do.
so
There we go.
sorry. We do.
There we go.
It was very exciting when we discovered this, wasn't it?
Yeah, because basically a few of us have a bond because we're from Leamington.
Mm.
Sorry, Sonali.
I'm not part of the
Sorry.
Leamington gang.
Yeah, we're part of the Leamington gang, and the lovely Yannick, who we love so much,
Oh,
who is also part
love
of the Belgrade.
him.
We love everyone in the ensemble.
Yeah.
Like
There is not
it's
one
like a
bad
family.
person. They're all just gems.
Right, let's get into it. Who don't we like?
Yeah, we love everybody.
But yeah, we always get like a lift together on the way home,
Yeah.
which is so lovely.
So did
Yeah.
you know Yannick before?
No, not even.
No.
Through ensemble.
Yeah.
Do you all live close in Leamington?
Kind of.
I'm not giving out addresses or anything, but just, you
Yeah,
know.
my address is.
Yeah, I think relatively.
Yeah, in the car
I'm
it's
trying to
probably
remember.
like.
I've only
5-10
been to yours
minutes away.
once though.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, and I was.
We have to get into this
Yeah.
later.
But so
Thursday
it's
night
not a
was
massive
vibe.
like detour, like
Not
and for Tago,
huge.
like it's not a detour.
Yeah, and Leamington's
Not
quite like a
really.
small place
It
anyway.
is,
Like
it
it's not that
is.
big.
Yeah.
Nice. I think that's a nice
Um,
thing as well. Like community can be close to one
100%.
another.
Yeah.
It's nice that we have that.
It's true. It's just
What a
like
moment.
we were actually chatting about the fact that it finishes in. Oh no, was it me and you chatting about it? Yeah.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
It finishes in
That it
August.
finishes in August.
And
But
kind
I
of wanting to try and
We
continue
need to
100%,
carry
we
on.
do.
Like it's such a strong group.
Definitely. Guys, let this be a lesson. If you have
Listen.
a bond with people, hold on
Keep
to
it.
it.
It's true.
It's true though.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Because life gets busy and then it's like,
exactly.
let's meet up. And then a year later it's like,
I
Yeah.
think we are all and I totally appreciate that actually sometimes, you know, you've got to got to do
Yeah.
what, you know, set your boundaries and look after
100%.
yourself and preserve yourself. But equally, I think we're so guilty of like, yeah, like what you said, like let's make, oh my God, let's make plans, and then you don't necessarily follow
Yeah.
through with them. Whereas
Yeah.
this year, I'm very much like, you know, there's some
Yeah.
good energy, good people in
Yeah,
my
let's
life.
gotta keep
But,
going with
yeah,
it.
like I need to try and meet up with them. Like
Yeah.
so thank you so much for
No,
actually
of
inviting me to
course.
this, because this is one of those things
Oh,
to commit
exactly.
to. So, yeah, it's
Oh,
really good.
honestly, I'm so happy to have both of you. It's like my first ever guest.
No, well, I didn't quite
Literally.
realise this until
I didn't
this
know-
morning.
yeah.
Oh, really?
I thought you'd had guests.
No, because before
I
I've
feel so
literally
privileged.
been
Oh my
in my
God.
room, like solo, just doing
This
my
is
thing,
wow.
spewing it all.
You're
This
making
is
it
a big
happen.
moment.
Making it happen,
Queen.
for real.
Love.
Oh, I love it.
But thank you guys. Sorry,
No,
like
it means
not
a lot.
to be like anyway. But I was gonna say, going back to the connection.
To our
we
connection,
have,
more importantly.
so we found
Yeah,
out
yeah.
that we both attended Warwick.
Yeah.
And we literally did the same course.
Which
We're
is
just a year
crazy.
apart.
Yeah, and we overlapped by a year. There was
Yeah.
1 year, but it was like pandemic year, so I think
yeah,
that's,
why
why.
we didn't see each other.
Yeah.
But then we were meant to still
I
connect.
know.
Anna.
It's
It was
like
meant to
fate,
be.
isn't it?
I know.
All of us.
Written
Yeah.
in the stars.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that's quite a wholesome
Yeah, because
little.
Vinny still has a little Warwick tote bag that she brings in, and I'm like, oh my god, what is the throwback?
I'm not being funny, right?
Attachment.
I'm not being funny. Like when I finished Warwick, it wasn't even me, but my mom. She basically bought the whole
Oh my
shop.
god, stop.
Did she?
The whole
I
shop,
love
and she'd be
her.
like,
I love that.
I need the tote bag, Vinny. I need the
You're
pen.
gonna want to remember this.
I need the like. Even at my graduation, my mum's like, "Can we take the
Walking, talking
umbrella?"
merch.
Mum,
Mum, did you go here or did I go here?
and then even if like, because I'm obviously local to Warwick Uni, so like if we drive there, because my uncle lives nearby there as well, so we have to go through it. And Mum's like, "Oh my gosh, I remember where." Mum, honestly, I think she just needs
She's
to go to
vicariously
uni
lived through you.
and go to Warwick.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
wants
is
to go
living
back.
through
Yeah,
you.
I honestly
You
want
should
to
take her back to
awesome.
campus. I bet you could.
Give her a little tour.
Absolutely.
Like a massive
Yeah,
mascot.
she would love
Warwick
that.
I said this.
Mascot.
I was like, "Mum, genuinely, you could be the mascot."
Like spokesperson.
She should be.
She should be.
I think she would do a
She's
fab
got all
job.
the
She's got all the
merch,
kit.
man.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
has. She'd be like, and today.
Oh, she'd be so brilliant.
Yeah.
great.
Oh my god, she's gonna love this when she watches
I
this.
know.
Yeah, we're literally obsessed with her. I love Vinny's
it.
mom.
To
Oh
be
my
fair,
god.
shout out to Babs.
Shout out
Babs,
to
we love you.
She's so wholesome. Even like setting up today, she's like, "Yeah, let's have this.
She's your number one
hairline.
fan. I
She
love it when
is.
parents are like number one fan.
Yeah.
You
She
need that
is.
backup.
And
For
I remember
real.
she was giving me a lift and we were driving past, like, what was it, like the community theatre in Leamington or something, and she was like, Vinny once performed on this stage. She was like, listen, she was in Cats, she was amazing.
Oh my
And I have the whole history. Yeah, can we hear more?
Oh no! All I'm gonna say is,
were you?
I just,
Which-
I was Skimbleshanks.
Were you actually?
That's
Not
quite
gonna
I
lie,
don't
I
know
feel like
Cats,
I
but
did.
I feel like that's
I don't know very well.
Girl,
Can
I'm
you
sure
give
you
us an
did.
impression of her?
Skimbleshanks,
Oh.
railway
Oh.
cut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What sort?
Roll
Was
with
it
it.
like a suave, sassy cat?
Yeah, what was the personality of the cat?
So that's a good question. It was a bit of everything, really. It wasn't actually sassy. I don't know why I'm bringing this sass.
There was sass. You're
It
just
was
a
very
sassy
like dramatic.
Ooh, that's
Like
very
that.
you. I bet you love
Yeah.
that.
I feel like that's like you give me cat
Yeah.
vibes
Oh,
in a nice way.
Really?
Yeah,
I
like
thought I was more of a dog person.
oh, maybe
personally.
you're a dog person, but give cat vibes. Independent, independent.
Oh, I like that.
Do you get
I
what I
like where
mean?
you're going. The
Independent.
only thing I did not like about the whole Skimbleshanks thing is the leotard we had
I was
to
going to
wear.
ask what the costume was. Did you have ears?
I don't think we even had ears.
Or, like, whiskers? Barbie
Whiskers
doll-
stuff, but the
Oh.
leotard was
What do you
questionable.
mean?
I'm like, I don't think I could reveal those. Like,
Ooh.
Seriously, there must be a photo bank somewhere.
I'm
I
gonna
know
ask
there's
Babs.
definitely a
You don't
there's
even need to
definitely
be
a video
involved.
somewhere of it. But
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll keep that in the archives.
Maybe we need to get it out.
Maybe
special
one day.
guests,
Maybe one
you know,
day.
we'll break that out.
But also, we are all theatre girlies.
We are
We
theatre
are.
girls.
So I mean, I'm interested. Like, when did this journey begin with theatre?
Oh,
yeah.
lovely. I love that. Do you want to go first?
I can go
Go on.
first. I'm trying to think. I was in like a youth group in primary school and I loved it. I think my parents just wanted to get me out of the house because I had a lot of energy as a kid. And I
Yeah.
had two brothers, so we were always fighting. So like, what we can do, let's just like send her to this like local theatre thing, and it was literally like held at someone's house, and it was very
Oh, I love
informal.
that.
That is
But we did
lovely.
like a musical. And I remember my first like main character was like she was called Rose Pink, and she
Oh,
was
that is so
Snow
you.
White.
That is so you.
She
It
was
was meant to
Snow
be.
White's little
And your
sister.
mother's
Oh,
pink.
yeah,
And my
I
mug is
thought the
pink.
same thing. Oh my
You
god,
knew,
Anna.
you knew.
You're a pink owl.
And I absolutely loved it. And from there, I sort of like fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Didn't do it that much at school.
Yeah.
And then, because academics and stuff and
Yeah.
getting a degree. And then I went to uni.
that degree,
to
girl.
Warwick Uni.
Yeah.
And oh my God, the theatre scene was just amazing.
You did theatre at uni?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
English and theatre.
Yeah.
We both did.
we did.
That's
But the
mad.
thing is,
Yeah.
I never joined any theatre societies when I was at Warwick.
God, you missed
Really?
out.
I know.
Why?
I don't know. I think it was just so much going on, and then I just joined
yeah.
the radio society there.
Oh, but this
Yeah.
makes sense.
yeah, I suppose.
So it's a passion as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's true. It's true. But then, yeah, I guess time just went quick, and I never got around to. And then I was like, final year, I'm gonna join, and then it's like, pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
I
did
can't lie,
theatre
those
society.
Zoom plays were rough. Did any of you do them? Like a play on Zoom or like a rehearsal on
No,
Zoom?
but I did do Shakespeare on Zoom, and that was something else.
I just don't. I get the benefit of online because I did a lot of online acting learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's benefit because obviously you can get your head down, etc. But I just feel like you can't connect in the same way.
No, you
Yeah.
can't.
Like in terms of like
Yeah.
intimacy and reading off an actor, like obviously they're not there in the room with
Yeah,
you.
you
That
can't
must
feel
have
the
been really
energy.
hard. Yeah, and were your exam works like everything that you got assessed on did that start happening online?
yeah. Oh gosh, I'm
I
trying to
mean,
think back.
yeah,
now.
I was lucky because it was my first year. So like we did a few seminars online, but I didn't have to actually like perform in anything.
Oh, so
Yeah.
pandemic was your
Online.
first year?
Yeah.
Oh my
And then it was
God.
Vinny's last year,
Oh,
isn't
that's so
it?
That's so
sad.
weird.
It was so weird, but then I'm also like, it's such like a unique experience.
True.
is.
Like
What
we were
happened-
meeting all these people, and uni is all about like going out there and meeting people.
you
but
weren't,
we
like-
weren't like.
So what was your freshers like? Sorry, I'm totally
No,
digressing.
no, it's
So
interesting.
it was very much like flat based, and I think I was very lucky in that I just really clicked with everyone in
that's
my
the
flat. And
best.
if you
Yeah.
had them, like it was fine.
Because there was no like going
And-
out, I imagine.
No, I mean there was one point where we all just sort of would hang out in a field outside.
Yeah.
So cool, yeah.
No
But yeah,
joke.
no, it was different. It was very different.
Very.
And like you'd meet everyone with a mask on, sat
Oh my
like
gosh,
2 feet
that's
apart or
insane.
whatever.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe it doesn't
can't
even
imagine.
feel real now.
It
No,
doesn't. It was
feels
such
like
a different time.
It's a blip in time, but equally it's like whenever you refer to things, it's like post-pandemic, pre-pandemic. It is like a landmark, isn't it?
But like talking about that, actually, does anyone feel like they're the age they were before the pandemic?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
I
same.
I always say like, oh yeah, I'm 24, 25,
Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
Not the age that I am.
No, but I
Yeah.
feel the same because I'm like, I do not feel the age that I am technically.
No.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I'm turning, do I reveal this actually?
Oh,
I'm turning 25
big
this
reveal.
year.
Oh my
But
god.
I feel like that's a
She's
quarter of a
grown up.
century.
That is a quarter of a century. You're making me feel, oh girl,
Oh,
I'm
stop. When you put it like
28.
that.
Look at Sonali, they're like, are you joking? Like,
What?
model youthful
I
energy.
literally,
but I miss my
your
25-year-old
skin
self.
is incredible.
Honestly,
I'm
it
seeing
is
close
glowing.
right now, and it's beautiful. It's glowing.
Stop it, guys.
Actually, let me give a shout out to Sonali, right? Because I'm going to just direct everyone to your Instagram page.
Oh my god, can we?
Yes.
Can we not?
Because Sonali did like
look
this
at me.
wedding shoot.
Oh, you're so
I've seen it, I've
cute.
seen it.
I basically got married in a white dress, which probably won't happen because, you know, Indian and that. But yeah.
Wait,
I
then
got to
full
live out my
stop.
white
I was
dress
like,
dream.
oh.
I wear a white dress. Maybe it like
Yeah.
made me feel like, you know, channel my white dress energy.
hey. No, but honestly,
Yeah.
I was like, I was
It
just
was
scrolling. I was like,
beautiful.
hold it.
Wasn't there a photo with like a shoe or something? And you literally look like an angel.
Oh,
you
you're
look
so
like
cute.
ethereal. I was
You-
like,
Oh, I love that word.
Ethereal.
yeah.
Stunning.
Oh, stop. Maybe I was an angel in my past life because I'm certainly
Well, you're
going to
dressed
hell
in
in this
white.
life. Those sins have been covered. Literally. I had
Oh
a
my
full-on
goodness.
stalk of your Instagram profile.
Wait, really?
Yeah, fully. I was
Oh.
like, Scott, I was like, this girl's been on BBC Asian Network.
Ooh.
And literally, you make me laugh. Like,
Aw.
your posts
Yeah.
are just so funny.
Oh.
I like your car raves. Can we just have more
Oh.
car raves, please?
Listen,
What? And just more bucket hats. Yes.
Oh my God,
Keep the bucket hats.
You know what though? I swear, like when I put a bucket hat on, I don't know what
Personality
happens to
unlocked.
me.
Yeah.
My energy's
Yeah.
like, ooh.
It changes.
I love it.
But it's like
You
today,
should-
because I'm like in this, I'm like, hello
Executive.
everybody.
Just
Get you in a bucket hat.
Next podcast,
Bucket-
please. The bucket hat needs
We
to-
should all be in bucket
Yeah.
Oh my
hats.
gosh.
How
okay.
good would that be?
Yeah,
Honestly.
I could have a little pink one.
Oh, that would be so cute for you, Anna.
Matching the
Pink
mugs.
sparkling.
Guys, look at this mug.
Can we?
I
let's just
don't think
plug
it's
the
that
mugs.
bad.
Look at this green. Look at this shade of green. If you're watching this, you can see it. Like, and if you're listening via audio, the green mug I have right now is not quite the green I was going for. What would you describe this green mug as? Like,
Like a Skittle green.
Skittle.
Yeah.
Like the green Skittles.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's not really
Yeah.
a colour name, but I can see a green
Yeah,
Skittle. If you're
green,
picturing a
it's
green
very
Skittle right
green.
now,
Yeah.
that's what the
Like
mug
that
looks
To
art
be
like.
artificial
fair, when it comes to
colouring
sweets, I
green.
always love the green ones.
Same. I'm a green girl.
I bet you're
Aren't they
sorry.
like
I
the
bet you're
lime?
strawberry.
Yeah, I'm strawberry, but
I
I
knew
feel like
you'd
that's
be strawberry.
basic.
Strawberry. I
But they are good.
always go for greens. Like fruit pastels green,
Yep, I agree.
Skittles green,
Is that the lime
Starburst.
one?
Starburst green. Do you not like lime?
No.
Really? But in
I mean, I'll
sweets
eat
they're
it,
good.
like,
In
'cause
sweets
it's
they're
sweet,
good.
but like,
What about lemon?
no.
Strawberry.
I like strawberry.
Strawberry.
I
Yeah.
like strawberry.
I don't know why, because it's like sweet and like.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet you, Anna.
Sweet and pink. We love pink.
Right,
Just made them as a
Sonali.
magic. Hello,
On to
friend.
you.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
your
go on,
journey?
let's
Yeah.
Journey. So I started, when did I start theatre? Maybe when I was like 10, 11 years old. I always was a bit of a drama queen at home. My
Oh, I
grandparents
love
have always
it.
been like, you're such a, well in Hindi it's like, you're such a drama bard. And I'm like, yeah, fully
Yes, I am.
I am.
I like
So I started with also local cov group, physical theatre group, Highly Sprung.
Oh, I love
Big up
them.
Highly Sprung.
Yes,
Amazing.
they're the best.
That is where my acting / physical theatre journey began.
Yeah.
So I did that and then went to uni. I wanted to do acting like more full time, but again, similar to Anna,
Yeah.
you know, had to. I think sometimes cultural expectations
Yeah.
can be quite difficult, and I think family kind of wanted me to get, you know, a real degree as like a backup option, which I'm
Yeah.
very grateful for because I think
Yeah.
it's nice to have something in the back pocket. So when I was at uni, I did kind of join the drama society and I did a few bits then, and then after I graduated, I was like, I need to bring this dream back.
Because you got that freedom then.
Got the
to-
freedom, and I was
Yeah.
like, you know, I've done the graft now.
Oh, yeah.
And I will always remember my dad was like, well, when you've got your degree, then you can just go off and do whatever you want. So I'm like, yeah.
That's sweet though, because
yeah.
it sounds like they
Lovely.
do like.
They do support
Yeah.
it 100%. But I
Yeah.
think, again, like, you know, maybe in like kind of Indian backgrounds, and not just Indian. I think sometimes there is this discrepancy between like the value placed on art and it not being considered as, you know, as mainstream as maybe something like law or medicine, being very stereotypical, or engineering, like being very stereotypical here. But I do think that exists, like it comes from somewhere, especially if you're like the first person in the arts to do something 100%. Like this in the family. So yeah, after like even now, like obviously, you know, I'm trying to make acting a bit more mainstream, so but I think the more that I do it, the more it kind of gives them faith that actually, you know, it's something that you're passionate about. So I think it's about following your own voice
100%.
and, you know, if you can balance both things at the same time, that's great. But equally, like, you should just follow your passion.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I'm so moved by that.
I feel so inspired.
Oh, you're so cute.
I mean, like, similarly, just kind of bouncing off what you were saying, like, I feel like I am very lucky in terms of my parents have been supportive of me in terms of the direction I'm going in. But then at the same time, literally no one in my family has ever done acting, has ever done media, ever done anything like that. And I feel like, I'm sure we can all relate to this. Like when it comes to that acting world, unless you've got like connections, unless you've got the, and, like, I mean, of course you can access it, but generally speaking, there is that, like, I feel like there's this hidden, like, door or veil, like, and it's kind of, like, difficult to step into. But also, I've just never been able to be like, oh, like, how do I do this? How do I do that to anybody?
Because you've not had that kind of, not the privilege of being in that network,
space.
In that space already. I think
figure it out for yourself.
100%. Like, there's not been, say, for example, like a cousin or anybody that I'm like, oh, they're in this space. Like, how do I go about doing this?
It's
like,
starting from
you just want to like text someone and be literally, like, what do I do?
And it's just, I've never had that. So, like, going on this journey, I'm like, right, I'm doing it on my own, but I'm gonna do it.
I'll see.
That's amazing. Find people along the way.
And
you
it's
build
amazing that you're
for
doing
yourself.
that though, because like you're paving that way for yourself. But it's kind of that intergenerational kind of effect, isn't it? Because like when you're kind of like the trailblazer, and as you're starting it, then when, you know, if you decide to have kids, if you don't, or just whoever comes into your sphere, you've now got that knowledge because you've started that yourself. Whereas obviously, in all fairness to kind of our parents, if they don't know what they don't know, kind of thing. So and it's maybe up to us to kind of teach them that actually, I might like, you know, it might be a struggle and I might have to do like 5 different jobs, but you know, I've got my ducks in a row, and like I'm just trying to figure it out as I go along. And I do think privilege does play into that, because equally, you know, if you've got security and stuff, maybe you've got more chances to be able to just free fall a little bit. Whereas I know for myself, kind of like from my background, like I don't have that, so I know I have to be able to stand on my own 2 feet to then be able to support my acting. So I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to kind of depend on my parents. Yeah. You get what I mean? But yeah, I think it's amazing that, like, given that your network isn't like artsy and stuff like that, that actually you're starting to create that for yourself. I think that's so good.
Thank you.
Very inspiring.
You guys are inspiring.
You guys inspire me.
But it's so true. Like, there is such like a journey and process, and I don't know about you guys, but like being in your 20s, I'm like,
oh my God.
This is a whole other level of like confusion.
100%.
Like, I do feel like I know in some aspects I'm like, yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. But then in other aspects I'm like, do I want to live here? Do I want to live there? Do I want to go on holiday here? Like, there's just
like,
so
you're
much
like
second guessing yourself, and it feels like the world's like your oyster, which is amazing. But it's also like overwhelming how much there is and what's right for you. And I feel like there is a lot of pressure to, you know, throw yourself into things and try a lot of things and try and figure everything out. And it's just like, whoa.
We're living in a hard time, guys.
I know.
Cost of living crisis is a thing.
Yes.
But you know what? We can, like, what's the phrase? Something in solidarity. In numbers. Unite in numbers. We can all rely on the fact. No, I don't know. It's gone. We can all rely on the fact that literally probably every person in their 20s, near enough, is probably at home living with their parents. You get what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because it's just hard to move away. And also, I love my home cooking. Yeah. I love that I can come home. I'm 28. My mum cooks for me.
Oh my God,
I
love.
I will do the odd meal because obviously I like cooking too. But like,
you can't beat your mum's cooking.
Yeah,
You
absolutely can't.
Literally.
Babs, where's Babs? I'm
literally. Rajma Java, Jenna Java, like give it to me.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Oh,
It's
I'm actually. I
yummy.
need a moment to just like. Just really
Actually
taste
getting
that.
hungry.
I
Oh,
was
we can
actually
go for food
thinking
after
like,
this.
oh, nice plans. We're already making plans.
Plans.
I was thinking like, oh, no, I'd bring like snacks and stuff,
Ooh.
which would have been cool. But I was like,
But you
in
could
the
probably
mind,
hear it. Yeah.
I was like,
It might also have a messy ear and I'm wearing white. It's not a good combination.
True.
Don't forget your little drinky poo though.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I do
nice.
try and look after
Vinny
them.
looked after us. Got a
Literally.
message being like, "What drink do you want?" I was like, "Oh my god, it's the full
I
treatment
was like,
here."
of course, nothing
I'll
less.
do this again.
I
Yeah,
I look after my guests, guys.
She
she really does. I can vouch for that.
Came
Thank
through with the
you.
herbal tea.
Yeah, Sonali messaged me like, I would love a
Niche
herbal tea. I'm like,
You
right.
actually got chamomile. I'm very impressed.
Would you
love
have
chamomile.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
absolutely.
I thought,
But then I saw
oh,
the iced
solid.
tea and I was like, this is probably a lot better than.
And especially when
yeah.
it's warm.
I feel like herbal tea is
Yeah,
my
it's quite
nighttime
hot.
drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say because chamomile, I feel like it's very relaxing.
Yeah, you'd be asleep on the sofa.
Sonali.
It's still there, babes.
Okay.
Oh, so
But yeah, I feel like 20s is very confusing, and also particularly like if you've been in education your whole life up until that point, you've
Yes.
always got like a routine. You've always
Oh my
got
God,
that
that is such a
safety
good
of
point.
like, I've got to do this today. I've got this
Yeah.
assignment to give in,
Yeah.
and then as soon as
it's
it
so
was
ingrained in you.
It
The
is.
education, like having it something. You know, you can
Like,
kind of put
yeah.
things on pause because you've got that next thing to look forward to. Everything's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as you fall out of that, it's free fall.
and it's on you.
Yeah, I've got to validate myself.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
very
there's a
much,
lot more pressure
yeah,
on
uni's
yourself.
like external validation.
It's
I'm like,
true.
yeah, give it to me. A, cool. Like,
Yeah,
I've got an
yeah.
A, I've got 70%.
Yeah,
or
and then
whatever.
suddenly that's all taken
all
away.
gone.
It's like
Yeah.
the rug is just pulled from
Yeah,
you,
it
and you're
is.
like, oh god, you have
It's
to take
true.
take a look at yourself.
You have to
more.
validate yourself.
You
more.
do.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
guys, let's validate
I'm good at
ourselves.
this.
I found that difficult with work, like even like with work and stuff, trying to like self-validate because I think the whole of like school, uni, obviously with grades and stuff,
And you get little certificates.
you get certificates, and so
Oh, I love
you're always
it.
trusting someone else to
Yeah.
tell you that
Yeah.
you're good. Whereas I think now, you know, it's trying to find
Yeah.
ways to kind of big up yourself.
Yeah, and not
Yeah.
be so hard on
Not
yourself.
be so hard on
Oh,
yourself. It's taken
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I
It
feel
takes
like
time.
I'm also on a journey with this because sometimes I
Yeah.
feel like I am stepping more into myself now.
That's
Like,
lovely.
lovely.
That's
Lovely.
lovely. Lovely
But,
that.
Yeah, I do feel that. I
Yeah.
even feel like I'm more connected to my younger self. This is a topic we were talking about in the ensemble, actually,
Yeah, this is
wasn't it?
interesting.
Yeah, about like your
Yeah.
inner childhood self. What was it? The inner.
Inner
What?
child.
Inner child.
In a child, like that sort of more playful, younger part of
nature.
yourself.
Yeah.
That maybe wasn't so exposed to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
kind of speaking about you know, obviously you start off very young and start off playful, a blank canvas, and then gradually as you go on through life, you know, you get all this experience thrusted upon you, and actually do your are your ideas your own ideas? Are they
Yeah.
other people's ideas? And then trying to re-navigate that
Yeah.
to try and come back to your core self.
Yeah.
Of like the big who am I?
Who am
Who
I?
am I? And this is why we all go to therapy because we are trying to figure out
Yes,
who we
who
are.
are
Well, let's unlock this in today's session.
Yeah.
I feel
This
like
is
we've
like free
discussed-
therapy.
Honestly, I feel like we've discussed so many.
Brilliant.
We've touched on so many
But
topics.
I think that's great. This
Yeah.
We need
Oh,
part 2, part
actually-
3, part 4.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm gonna say something right now because that flows in quite nicely. In
Go
this
for it.
podcast, guys, in the 184 podcast, we like to go with the flow, like a natural conversation would go.
Oh, I love that. Is that your
wow.
slogan?
This is very
It's one of my
natural. Oh, it
slogans.
rhymes, does it?
It
Or
does.
does it flow like a natural conversation? I had to think that through. Does it rhyme?
But yeah,
This is
so
the child self speaking.
no, but it's true though. That's what like this is kind of an aim of the podcast. Like I love
Yeah.
just going in and out.
I love
Different
that.
topics.
No
Yeah.
agenda. There is
No.
no agenda.
There is no
wasn't.
agenda
I was
here.
like, guys, we're just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
That's because I just feel like generally, like you have a conversation, you're not with your notepad. Like today, we're gonna talk about tick. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
move on this. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I want it to be authentic. You know.
Yeah.
So you were saying something about your
Yeah.
inner child
Oh,
and the journey
yeah.
that you're on. I'd be
Yeah.
Yeah.
interested
Tell us
to know
about your
that.
journey.
I just feel like I've just been more connected to my younger self. Like I think maybe during the pandemic when life got serious and like life stuff happened and it was
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
And then we were all isolated at home and stuff. I'm such a sociable person, so that was like tough. I think
Yeah.
as much as I do like my alone time as well. I think
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a balance, but generally speaking, as you might be able to tell, I'm quite sociable. But I think through that, it just naturally, I don't know, maybe things went a bit like, a bit like subdued a bit.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh my gosh, life is too
Back out your
short.
shell.
Like, don't care what people think. Like, live your life. Like, I think not to get too deep, but like during the pandemic when loved ones like did pass away, like when you see that and how quickly it can happen, I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're literally going to leave this behind one day. Like, even the physical, which we pay so much attention to sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do sometimes. We all do. I feel like it's
absolutely.
like, we'll be like, oh, I don't look good today, or oh, da-da-da.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you're literally going to leave that behind one day.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
true.
Like, who cares? Like, it really doesn't matter.
Like, be kind to
You're gonna-
yourself.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so it's still like, obviously flow in and out of it. But yeah, as I'm getting older, I'm just like, if you like me, you like me. If you don't,
you
see
can
ya.
see it step away from the circle.
Can't
And
leave
it's
me
like, that's
away.
absolutely fine. Everyone's allowed to have their opinions and exist
Exactly.
with their own thoughts and feelings, but it doesn't mean it has to affect you so much.
100%.
And with that external validation thing, I think that's where we struggle, in that if we're looking for that outside and without the structure of school anymore, it's very easy to be more affected by what other people are thinking, what other people are saying. But, you know, not everyone's going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. Like, we're all different people. We all have to exist together.
Absolutely.
So just being able to coexist rather than depending so heavily on what other people are thinking.
It's so true.
Because I'm such a person, I'm like, I just want everyone to like me. And I really struggle with when someone, for whatever reason, is not getting on with me. Because I am such a people person, I take it so personally. But I think it's just so important.
Because you care as well.
Yeah.
That, like, you're...
Yeah.
I think
But then that's okay, because I don't get on with everyone, and I don't hold that against myself. Like,
So how do you navigate that then?
oh, I don't know. I mean, it's a journey. It's a journey. I haven't got all the answers yet, but I'm just, sort of trying to look to myself more and not measure myself up against what other people are saying or thinking.
So do you feel like, obviously it's a journey, but you feel more at peace with kind of, you know, if someone isn't vibing with you, you're okay to kind of,
Absolutely.
That's,
and like
you
having
know.
the people that I can turn to who I know are always going to support me and are always going to be there for me.
I think
That's
it's
so
remembering
and
your
like
important.
keeping those
are.
positive influences and just the negative ones are there as well, but just sort of ignoring them as much as you can.
That's another
Stepping
thing
away.
though. Like, as I'm getting older as well, I'm like, if there's any sort of negative energy, I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm just gonna like shut that, like whatever. Because I feel like maybe when you're younger, you might be more not engaged with it, but you might take a bit to heart, and so you'll be like, you're kind of putting your energy towards it, whether you realize it or not. But now I'm like, I'm just gonna chill over here. Like, I'm gonna sip my tea. Like, I'm you guys carry on. Like, that's how I feel like I'm also getting like as well.
Yeah. And your time and energy, that is like gold dust.
Yeah.
Like, that is so important. And it's just trying not to spend that channeling into, you know, anyone, any negative feelings towards people, because that takes your time and energy. And that's so important.
Yeah. It can be hard though. Right?
So
It can
hard.
be
So hard. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
no.
And it's very easy to like slip back into it.
Yeah. It's so true.
Yeah.
Is the time nearly? No way! That's gone so quick.
It's gone super fast. We just
my
need another
goodness.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, would that be cool?
Just
Oh my
another
goodness!
10
That's gone
minutes.
so
That's
quick.
been so quick.
Haven't talked about
No, we haven't spoke about Bridgerton. Not spoke about
So much.
all the young.
Oh,
no, can
God.
we do another one?
Yeah, we'll
Can we
have
please
to
do another
Like,
one?
maybe we can
Part
be
two.
like a quarterly regular guest. Bi-weekly.
Same time next week.
I feel so like uplifted and inspired just talking with you.
Nice. I want to do
Guys.
more.
I know, it's so nice. Honestly, I feel like we've had like deep convos, more like upbeat ones. That's what you need. Like,
Absolutely. That
That's really
mixture, that
nice.
variety of life. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
I can't believe that.
10 minutes.
Oh my god,
Have you watched Bridgerton, by the way?
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
So this is what I'm
Bridgerton.
talk about. I've watched two and a bit episodes
Oh,
of the
me
new
too.
season.
I was
Oh
up
my
at 2
God.
a.m. last night, like
Are you?
I binged it. You know what? I thought I'd be able to stop myself.
Yeah.
But it just, I couldn't. And then it got to 2:15 in the morning. And I was like, girl, you need to sleep, turn it off.
Was it worth
just
it
getting-
though?
was
Was
so
it
worth
good?
it.
Oh,
It
are
was
you
worth
big?
it.
Are you
I
like?
think The thing is, so I think I was chatting to you about this, that I like the society and I like kind of what the scene that they've created around it and like the period drama, but like making it modern.
Yeah.
I think
Especially with the music.
and everything.
That.
I don't want to use the word
yes.
guilty pleasure because I do feel like it is just a pleasure.
My
Yeah,
cheeky
it
guilty.
should be.
Don't
It's
tell
just
anybody.
a pleasure, but equally, like, I don't want to bash it. Like, I do think it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. As in, it's easy
love
watching. It taps
It
into
is,
all the
it
feels. Like, I love the chemistry, and you know when they build up to these
saucy
the
moments.
saucy moments and like these massive like characters who you know are going to get together and then they get together, but like the build up to that, and then when they finally kiss and it's so passionate,
It's
and I'm just like, yes, and I'm just in bed on my pillow like, oh, it's good.
That is me, though. I'm not joking.
And I'm smiling to myself, like giggling to myself.
I'm just like,
I'll be like, I need to take a moment.
and you take me pause, and then
not
you
even
just
joking,
romanticize it like
Yeah.
happening to you.
I honestly get so invested in other people's love lives in like
stories,
Netflix.
100%.
I'm like, oh my god.
I
This is
just
me.
love that security of there's going to be a happy ending. It's like safe
Yeah.
and secure.
You know
and
they're
that
gonna-
might make
yeah.
it boring, but like I love it.
Yeah, I
they're
do
gonna
as well.
tear
It takes
your
the
stress
heart up
out.
first. They will. They will go through the whole
Yeah.
process of like.
But that's what
oh,
makes
no,
it even
yes,
better
no.
when you finally get there because they've
It's
been
so
on this
good.
journey.
What would you say is your favourite series of Bridgerton so
Second
far?
one. Second one.
To be fair, I'd say
I
second
do
one.
like the
Second.
second one because again representation, love.
We love.
Yeah, absolutely. I do, and also the steaminess in the second one.
Why?
Was just
What
very
is
good.
steaminess?
Very
Just-
good. Yeah.
Mum, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
but it was just great. It was just constant. Don't get me talking about it too much because
So why is his name Colin in this
Colin.
series? He's not a bit of me.
He's not a bit of you. You know what? When you said it was before when we first started talking about it, I was like, oh yeah. And then I watched yesterday's episode and I was like, Colin. He was like pulling out the rope. Have you seen
the record? Oh my god!
Have you seen the hot air balloon scene?
No. Hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon.
Do they even
There's
exist?
just there's I wasn't a Colin. I was more of an
Until-
Anthony.
Yeah. Oh wait,
I've always
is
been
he
mo-
the one in
Oh,
the
I love
second? I'm so
Anthony.
bad with
Second,
names.
yeah, Anthony and
Second, yeah.
no,
But
by
I
Sonali
have
and
history with
Anna.
Anthony because I had a
Oh,
crush on
tell
him.
us.
Well, no, but he was in a little show called Leonardo. I don't know if anyone watched it.
No.
I was obsessed with it when I was young. He was like my
you've known
first
him
ever
from day
crush.
dot?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my god!
seriously?
I've
And
only
I used
known
to
him
watch
since
it, and my mum would be like,
Bridgerton.
"Oh my god, it's educational because it's about history. It's about Leonardo da Vinci." And I was like, "No, I'm just watching for him."
You know what? But you forget that everyone, like, obviously they get plummeted into something like Bridgerton and
Yeah.
get so big.
Yeah,
But then
but before-
you know, they've all had like little roles and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's so true. Like
You're
Tracy
an
Beaker,
OG
mum.
girl.
I'm an OG.
Oh my God,
Tracy
who's
Beaker's mum.
No,
Oh,
which
that's
one's
so
that?
funny. Tracy Beaker's mum is mama or ma
Mama?
of
As in
the...
Featherington.
Yeah. Is it Featheringtons?
Featherington?
No,
Which
the main
one?
family.
The Bridgertons.
The Bridgertons.
How did you?
That's Tracy Beaker's
Yeah.
mum. Are
Is
you
that
joking?
actually?
No,
No,
I'm
you
not
don't.
joking.
No.
I can see that, the curly hair.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, Tracy Beaker's mum. In
Not
real
the
life.
Oh, no.
No, not in real life.
Oh,
In real life.
Wait.
I'm very gullible. Tell me anyway.
We both are. It's fine.
Oh
Oh my god, really?
No way.
No, I do rate it. I would love to be in Bridgerton one day.
Oh.
That is
Oh my
goals. If
god, I
anyone's
would be
listening-
so
good.
imagine you in Bridgerton.
Just send them
I
the
think
wedding
all of
photos.
us.
I can imagine you in Miss
You.
Congeniality.
Oh,
Clueless,
yeah. I've never
Clueless.
watched it.
Oh, it's so good. I would love that.
You'd be
It's so
perfect
fun
for
But also
that.
not typecast. I feel like you could do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can do anything. You guys can do anything.
Oh my
Thank
god,
you. Oh, that's so
But
cute.
I
But
so
yeah, I do.
imagine.
Have you watched Baby Reindeer?
No.
No.
Okay.
Sonali.
When you've watched it, we need another podcast. Of
Guys,
Baby
next
Reindeer.
time,
yeah.
stay tuned.
We've got homework.
Baby Reindeer. Actually, I
Reindeer.
do want to watch that and unpack it all.
I've just
Yeah,
there's a
Maybe
lot
it could
to
be a
unpack.
whole like episode.
It could be a
of
whole
it.
episode. It could be a whole episode.
Would you
for
guys
sure.
like that? All my fans,
yeah.
let me know.
Oh my god, let's do in the comments.
This is brilliant.
I don't know. I'm very aware. Are
So-
we going to get booted out? So
How do you like
round
wrap
it
it up?
up. This
Maybe
is a
now
good
is-
question,
a lot has
Anna.
happened.
Maybe we just
Wow.
shouldn't.
we just keep it rolling.
Just
mid-word,
mid-word, you know,
stream
get
it.
cut off.
No, but honestly, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
loved
It's been lovely.
Yeah.
Like,
so chill.
The time has gone so quick.
I
So
can't
I thought we were
believe.
like
Actually.
15 minutes in
Yeah.
or 20 minutes
Yeah.
in.
Same.
I was like, we're going to have
that?
to think of things to talk about.
No,
Not
no.
even.
I was
Just
confident we
touch
were
the
literally
iceberg.
literally-
Yeah.
I was like,
You
oh,
do.
Chatterboxes we
We are,
aren't
as
we?
you can
Come
tell.
on. Good
I feel
vibes,
like
good
we're the
vibes.
same person.
Yeah.
merged into
I feel like we're basically Vinana.
Banana.
Yeah, what's our
Banana.
relationship name?
Banana.
Banana.
We need a
Banana. Fancy a banana.
Like a banana.
Wanna get 5 a day?
Anali.
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 Finale.
Finale.
No, but where's Anna?
In the
Ah,
middle.
banana.
In the middle.
This has gotten weird now.
We will have a think about this. We're going to be here all night.
That's another podcast that we're going
Yeah.
to be launching.
Yeah. Coming to a cinema
Wow.
near you.
So interesting.
Finale.
Literally.
But no, honestly, thank you so much,
Oh,
guys.
thanks for having us. You are such a good host.
Oh,
Like,
really
very
are.
good. Yeah,
I
amazing.
appreciate you guys so
Can't
much.
wait to hear more podcast episodes.
Yeah, I will be tuning in.
It's going to be a big year for you.
Exciting
Manifesting.
things coming.
But yeah, there's going to be some new exciting podcast episodes coming up. We're going to have more special guests, so keep an eye out for that. Also, I feel like we've got to do like the Insta plugs right now.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta do it.
Yeah.
We're
So-
going to share.
Yeah, we're going to share.
Comment,
So,
subscribe.
if you'd like to stay in touch with us, keep up to date with the 184 podcast, follow me at Vinny Aulak. Nearly forgot my name there.
Fine, we got you, boo.
Follow me on there. That's more like my general page. But to stay in tune with like specific 184 podcast stuff, follow the 184 podcast on Instagram. That's literally like the handle, and there'll be lots of updates on there. All the links to how you can listen will be on there as
It's right there. Yeah.
yeah, it'll all be on there as well. There'll be fun content behind the scenes that I'll be posting too.
Oh, behind the scenes.
Maybe a cheeky TikTok.
Ooh, yeah, a little dance video.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, we should do that.
Please do that.
I've just
been
been
too excited.
I got a bit
Pissed herself.
excited. Well, it's
What
a
a
good
way
thing
to
we're at
end
the
the podcast.
end. Thirsty thighs. Oh my god.
That's a tagline, the title of this episode.
Thirsty thighs.
Actually, I just realised this really matches with your trousers.
This
would
and the
be-
blazer.
I'm
If
gonna
you
borrow
have
that.
Vinny's blazer.
Oh
And
my
if you had my
God,
trousers,
fit, you can have
let's
a
just
fit
have a
pic.
little swappy.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
that's
can wear your
fun.
little jacket.
Yes, please.
Sonali's jacket's so nice.
Oh, thanks.
It's
boo.
gorgeous.
Do you guys want to share what your handles or no?
I don't have any. I'm not
Oh,
on
yeah,
Instagram.
I was on
no,
Instagram.
So
Is there a choice behind that? Sorry, I'm just curious.
I just never really redownloaded it. So I
Yeah.
deleted it for exams and stuff. And
Oh,
then
that's sensible.
I just kind of
You're an
got
unplugged
used to
gal.
not having it.
I
That's
love
really
that.
good.
In this day and
Yeah.
age, respect.
Yeah, I respect
Yeah,
that.
it's hard, but
What's your? Do you
So
have
hard.
socials? Like, as in, what's your main
I do.
letters?
Yeah,
Which is lovely.
so you can catch me by like carrier pigeon. That's my main
Makes
sort of
sense.
contact.
It's very on brand.
But it's giving like mysterious, you know, it's like
Oh, she's
Yeah.
a
I
mysterious
love
girly.
this. I love this naturalism.
yeah,
Perfect.
I don't know.
Sonali, what about
Oh,
yours?
Sonali, that's yours.
Okay, yeah, I do have
She
many
does.
social media accounts, but my acting one is at
Ooh.
Sonali G Creative, so
I
underscore
love
at
that.
Sonali G Creative underscore if you want to follow my acting endeavors. I also have a spiritual account, more like
I did not
mental
know this.
health account, and that is
Amazing.
at One Sun Wonders, but I would have to spell that out for you. But
I'll
you know,
like link it.
Yeah,
you can link
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, if you want some like mental health content,
Oh my
I
gosh.
do, I do.
Auntie Sonali.
Oh yes,
You are
Sonali.
such like a calming presence.
Oh, you're so
Like,
lovely.
You are.
Yeah, when you had the
I love
chamomile
you,
tea, I was like,
girl.
that's
Stop
very
it.
you.
You're
I
gonna
was
get
like,
me a
oh.
mesh.
Oh my god. The tears be falling. But yeah, fantastic. So you know what to do. Follow us on there and stay in touch. And I'm excited for like the next, I suppose,
Yeah.
episode, chapter, journey, whatever you want to call it. I'm here for
Ooh.
it. So yeah, thank
Big
you guys.
things coming this way.
Yay.
Thank
Woo,
you.
woo, woo. I feel like we just want to continue.
I would happily just
Yeah, I
continue.
think